Hey, Flexcast, we are back with our next guest, man. And this is the first time we've had, like, tech guests come and talk about the importance of tech. So I'm excited they're here. I want you guys to introduce yourselves individually and then tell people what you do, and we'll get right into it, please.
Okay, I can go ahead and start it off. My name is Adam Wazo. Call me AWAZ for short. Owner, founder of Apper Holdings. Pretty much we're a tech company that provides websites and apps to small businesses and entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm Tony Thompson, same co-founder of Apper. Basically been in the tech industry for the last 10, 12 years, corporate America. Started this company from scratch from college days, and then ever since then we've just been growing it and trying to do our best there.
Hey, everyone clap it up for Adam and Tony, man. They came here to talk to us about the importance of tech. And my question that I had when we booked you guys, I wanted to know individually, because we've known each other for a while. When did you guys' passion for tech, or your interest for tech begin, and how did it kind of evolve into you guys creating a company together?
Facts. I feel like my transition to tech, honestly, was MySpace. I was out there coding the little
We were
layouts.
we were coding.
Exactly.
No,
Like,
we were
we were
coding.
legit on the forefront of social media and
Yeah.
tech at that point. So that's me personally when I feel like I started in tech, and then kind of from there we kind of started working in tech support together. We did Google Glass together.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we started talking about all our ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we kind of grew from there.
Yeah.
And what about you, Tony?
Yeah, I was gonna say mine basically, as a kid, I was that problem solver. I wasn't the one that always wanted all the J's, all the clothes, but I was more like, I want that iPhone, but not because everybody has it. So I just want to know what it does, the back and how did they do that? What problem are they solving? Things like that. And I'm like, man, I just want that because I want to know why they did that and how they did it. And that's really where tech started for me. And being in the military, my dad was in the military.
Okay.
So I used to see things that most Americans don't get to see.
Yeah.
Bomber jets and all this stuff, and that stuff was just interesting to me. And then seeing all that, I've just been a part of it. So my entire life is just.
And it sounds like the idea of the company was college. Talk about that time just a little bit and how that formed.
Yeah, so we actually were working in the same company, and we've been friends for a long time. And we were working together, and we just came up with an idea of man, why can't we do something for ourselves, in a sense of we're both in the tech industry. We're in this kind of smaller circle in San Marcos, Texas, and a lot of mom and pops don't have access to a website, and there's new students coming every year that don't know that they even exist. So we're we can create a website for them, or websites or apps to give them that digital presence, so that the new students coming in can actually say, oh, I didn't know they had this burger place and these free margaritas, things, whatever it may be.
Right.
And we were just trying to help those smaller mom and pops, and it just turned into something bigger from there. And
I love that.
We've been going on ever since.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great to mention that, because San Marcos, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the square. It had all the businesses, all the clubs. So we started out guerrilla marketing, just going to those businesses and, hey, we'll build this for you for free. We'll do this for you for free.
Yep.
We entered the business plan competition for the college. We didn't win the first time, and then we did it again, and then we were able to win it that time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So college helped us really, I guess, get tapped into the entrepreneur spirit, and also get tapped into the startup culture, which is pretty much just trying stuff. You know what I mean? Just trying it, testing it into the market, and then seeing how it goes.
Absolutely. That's great, man. I like to hear that.
That is so cool. I did not know you guys were up to all of this whole time. And you guys got to be a part of Afrotech. Can you talk a little bit about what that was like for your team, and did the price match the ticket? Was it worth it?
Because that's something we heard after Afrotech. We heard a lot of complaints that maybe the price of admission. So I wanted to hear about that.
Yeah.
With Afrotech, I guess, I bought my ticket last minute, so I paid $800 for my ticket. I paid for this little Afrobeats party thing. I didn't even end up going to it.
My necklace just
And
Jeez.
fun fact, I bought the general admission ticket, and then I really actually wanted to see Issa Rae do her little talk.
I would pay to see her.
And I couldn't even go see that
I don't
because
fall.
I didn't get the more expensive ticket.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I did poor planning on that part. But my experience was still good because I was able to meet Channing Crowder. You know what I mean? From Pivot Podcast. I was able to kind of even pitch my business to him. Say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm here. I didn't know why he was there. You know what I mean? I didn't know that he was doing a podcast with All the Smoke and then DraftKings and things like that. I was able to give him one of the shirts. He wore it on Pivot Podcast, and then it was we got like amazing traction for that. You know what I mean? So it was, to me, $800. That's worth it. You know what I mean? That's worth it. No doubt about it.
Yeah,
So.
I think it depends on what you're going for, like what's your reasoning, because they did have like university booths where college students are, can go and try and get a job with TikTok or Facebook, things like that. So maybe $800 is worth it if you're about to get a six-figure job.
True.
But if you're going to be, just for social or just want to see, this rapper or this singer, we went to Invest Fest in Atlanta, and I feel like I don't even know, that might have been less than $200, but I got way more in that $200 than I would, just from the people that I met, being with Diddy and Robert F. Smith, like billionaires, like maybe that's worth it for you to be.
If 200 to get next to Robert F. Smith,
I mean,
I'm playing that.
Be in the same, breathing the same air as a billionaire, just get the same, getting that feel.
Y'all know he lives in. He doesn't
live
live here, but he has a home in Austin.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he has a home everywhere.
No, we got to get him on the podcast for sure.
And to give Afrotech the credit, Robert F. Smith was at Afrotech as well. So he was there. Diddy wasn't there, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, he was
just
there,
the tidbits that they give you, like
for sure.
It's worth it, like for certain people.
Yeah.
So.
And I heard he was a great speaker.
No, for sure, for sure.
So empowering, worth it.
Motivational, inspiring. Like some people are just going for that, and if that was what I needed, I'm pretty self-inspired, but. If he can give me a little bit just to give me a little kick, I'll take it. So
it feels real when he speaks.
Yeah,
it's really like he doesn't speak like a lofty, wealthy person. He speaks very real, tangible ways to accomplish what he's accomplished.
For sure.
Yep.
So why is it important for our community to get involved in tech as much as possible? From either of you?
And I'll kind of speak on it first. I think representation for the first part is pretty important. Technology is in the forefront of like our everyday life. Like you wake up, we're on our phone right away, it's your alarm clock. But not only that, it's the opportunities that tech can give you. So like I work in corporate America, and there aren't many people that look like us, minority groups that are even in those rooms. I might be one of two out of an entire organization at that point. And I think it's just really important for us and us as a whole to just have that represent, say, hey, this is possible.
Right.
Being in tech, there has to be a backup plan for, rather if you're trying to be in the music industry, you're trying to bounce a ball, like you have to have a backup plan for it, because someday that's going to stop, and and maybe it doesn't work out. So being someone that we can like, hey, this next generation, y'all can go into this tech avenue. There's people out there that look like you that are doing this. You don't have to, be a nurse, or that's all you've seen, or maybe you're, in the military, and that's all you see.
That's all you see. We see. Yeah.
And then now I'm seeing Robert F. Smith. I'm like, man, he looks like me, and he's never touched a ball a day in his life, and he could
own a team.
He could own multiple teams if he wanted to. So, and then that's just how I'm feeling, and we're doing a lot of things to try to like get into the community and give back and offer services when it comes to like app or giving it back.
What about you, Al?
Yeah, and really just because tech is the future. I feel like whether it's music, whether it's sports, like in music production, we use technology, all that for, like we use it for everyday life. AI is coming out now in the music industry. Like you got like
kind of scary.
It's super scary. You know what I mean? Like people are just duplicating your voice or whatever it is, and then putting it on some beats. You know what I mean? So that's a huge one. But really, I feel like the main reason why our community has to get kind of into tech is ultimately is about trust, because technology ultimately was used to kind of surveillance us in a way. You know what I mean? Corporations use technology to surveillance us. If we don't have insights to what technology really is, and if we're not in the industry, we're just pretty much saying we let the corporations, we trust them like for our data, for everything. So like that's kind of why we got to be involved within tech.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to be greedy, but I mean, since you offered, how can we get some of these cool tees, man?
Hey, man,
these
you already
these
know.
tees say in Black Tech we trust. I felt like it was appropriate, and I was like, man, hold that up, newbie. They brought tees for us, man.
Okay.
So these tees say in Black Tech we trust. Tony, can you talk a little bit about what that means and the idea and spirit behind that?
Yeah, for sure. It's really just kind of what Adam was stating on is, can you trust, certain people with your tech stack? So, representation, we've been saying it is,
Quality of the
when it comes to your technology and what you're trying to do. You know, you're offering someone, you know, all your data, all your information, and you have to trust them to do it. It's very similar to in the kind of sports industry in a sense of like a financial advisor. You know, can you trust that financial advisor to help grow your company? Does he really have your best interest? And then when we think about Black in Tech, like, hey, we really truly do have your best interest when it comes to, you know, getting your website, getting your application, getting your brand out there to the right people. You know, what are you trying to convey to, you know, your audience, and let's help you grow that, because we want you to be successful, and as long as we're successful, you're going to be successful. So it's a partnership, and you won't always get that with certain corporations.
Absolutely. Where can people find more out about Apper? Please, website, Instagram, something like that.
Website, apper.com. You can definitely find out about that. Instagram, Apper Designs. It's Apper with 2 R's.
And we'll make sure we put that up when we post this.
2 R's. Sure. Also, visit our website if you're a small business, apper.com/small business Saturdays. We're doing a monthly contest to give out free websites.
Okay.
So go ahead and sign up for that.
Hey, everyone clap it up for Adam and Tony, man.
Appreciate it.
And y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our next guest. Flexcast. Yep.